Hi there everyone, my name is David and today I'm going to show you how to operate a mortar in Scriptum. If you're into squad leading and you haven't done it before and you'd like to know a little bit of information in regards to it, I have made a guide that you can find on Steam. They'll be on the screen now and there'll also be a link in the description which you can click to follow it. It'll have everything in regards to marker meanings, how to create squads, as well as updates and all the summaries in regards to the mindset of a squad lead. But with further ado, we'll jump straight into the tutorial in itself to run a mortar. So basically, as a logistics team member, you'll be in charge of course, setting up mortars, giving people, obviously, ammunition, setting up fobs, and so on. In this tutorial, we're going to strictly go through what it is to set up a mortar. Of course, in a mortar situation, you'll be setting bearings in different kind of directions in regards to having distance markers. As a squad lead, in the case that you are a squad lead for logistics, it is your job in which to give the correct marker meanings for your squad. Knowing how to set mortars is one of the most important things as logistics, as it is one of your main jobs to do apart from resupplying the army. Throughout this mortar, there are two different mortar variants in the British line. There is the 4-inch and there is the 3-inch. The difference between the two is strictly going to be, of course, that one mortar has further distance than the other and is more expensive. When jumping into a mortar, you'll come across a range card which will be found on your left side. This range card will allow you to get an idea of what mills you need to set for different ranges. In the bottom middle of your screen, you will find a bearing marker. This is something that you'll be given for direction and positioning. We've just set standard smokes. Commonly, we'll do this to make sure that our ranging is correct. Setting smokes is a great way to get an idea whether or not you're on target or not. The only issue in regards to setting smokes are two different things. Setting them and having friendlies too close, as it is phosphorus for the British side, and it can be quite deadly to forces. However, if you're ranging it and you're hitting an enemy position, this is quite effective. We're going to go ahead and set up a few more mortars just to get this kind of past us. Commonly, what I would like to do is obviously set fortification by holding down F and using your marker on the top. It should say fortify and have a picture of some sandbags. Commonly, we'll go ahead and we'll send some HE just now to show you, but you can switch the ammunition types via 1 and 2 on your keyboard. Of course, watch your distance and watch the splash. With HE, you have shrapnel and multiple shards that will travel and hit your enemies, as well as friendlies. So make sure when you're setting mortar rounds, there is up to 30-second flight time. That'll range, of course, on the distance, and you'll be coming across a lot of different bits and pieces. In regards to setting up defenses, you may wish to put some more sandbags on the outer perimeter of your mortar team. This will save incoming fire, shrapnel, and explosions, so that way you don't have to lose troops. Of course, you only have 4 troops to 1 squad when you're a logistics team, so be wary of this. If you're setting up more mortar emplacements, it is always good to have them protected. Setting up more and more sandbags is always a good thing. Of course, when setting up sandbags, you may wish to think about, of course, your resources in your truck. You can tell by resources by checking your truck, and in the backside of there will be less supplies. Commonly, if you jump in the back, you'll see it very blatantly if you're running out of supplies. There'll be less and less crates as you go along, so be sparing on what sandbags you place. As well as you may not wish to set large mortars in case of the expense of it, of course. However, you can counter this very easily if you place your mortars nearby. Here's another alternative in regards to calculating your mortar teams. With this website, we're able to select what area, what mortar, as well as what positioning we wish. With this, we're cycling between the two British variants, which is the 3-inch and the 4-inch. The Germans only have one variant, which is an 8cm, which is an in-betweener between the two Brit variants. With this mortar calculator, we select our current positioning, which you can find via your grid reference on your map while in-game. The best way to do this is pressing Enter and cycling over your marker on the map. This will give you a grid reference in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. With this marker, you can select yourself where your mortar team is located. From there, you'll select whatever targets are designated on the map. When doing this, you'll have the opportunity to collect whatever bearing markers as well as mills you need for your team. Having this information will allow you to quickly give that to your teammates. From there, you'll be able to orchestrate an effective strike. Do keep in mind, however, depending on the distance, you do have a 30-second flight time, so make sure all friendlies are clear of that area. The link for this website will be in the description. If you have any questions in regards to this tutorial or the written guide, please leave a comment down below. Thank you very much. My name is David, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck.